it's George back here with another vlog, and welcome to the final vlog of the trip here from Universal Studios Hollywood. It's been an amazing visit here to Los Angeles, and this is the final park that I'm going to be visiting. It's a brand new park for me to explore. Of course, I've seen the two Universal parks in Florida, but I'm really looking forward to experiencing a new Universal park, and one that's very different to the ones in Florida as well. So I'm going to head in there, get on some rides. Here we go, here's the iconic entrance to Universal Studios Hollywood. Let's head in. Of course, we've got the studio tour, the 60th anniversary of that this year, and that's where this whole park began. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting on that today, as well as lots of other rides. So I'm inside the park now, and I'm going to start off by heading into Hogsmeade for a ride on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. They have this in Islands of Adventure in Florida, and it's one of my favourite dark rides anywhere in the world, so I can't wait to get back on this. You've also got Flight of the Hippogriff in here, the junior coaster, so that's another credit for me to get. So I'm going to start off in this area, get on some rides in here. There's going to be a few similarities here at this park to Florida, but there's also going to be a lot of differences as well, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. And here we go. Here you can see the construction of a new for 2026 roller coaster. This is Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. This is going to be an Intamin multi-launch roller coaster, I believe with spinning seats as well. It's going to be programmable, so the trains can spin at different sections of the ride, which is really cool. You can see the brake run and station going in here. Looking really good so far. Hopefully we'll get some better views of it later on.
Alright, trying to get a sneak peek?
Hello? Yeah.
We're hard at work back there. We're almost done. We got 98% more stuff to do.
98% more.
Yeah, 2% done, 98% more work, but it sounds better if you say 90%.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it will, I promise.
There we go. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some good views of it from around here. Get some photos around here as well. Here we go, pardon our Stardust. This is going to be an absolutely incredible ride. This is basically going to be this park's version of Velocicoaster. There you go, there's the station. Dual loading station. I assume that's the station anyway. Or that might be, maybe that's where it where the switch track will be to get you onto the same circuit. This is looking fantastic. Here you go, there's a look at one of the support structures. I believe this is going to be the support structure for a stall on here, which is going to be fantastic. This does look absolutely awesome. It's going to go all down the hill as well. Of course, this park is based in the hills, so you've got the higher lot and then also the lower lot. And this is going to be kind of in between both of the areas, so you're going to go down the hill and then back up the hill. It's going to be an amazing ride. Here we go then. So this looks like it could be the first launch or the brake run. So here we go, we've got the station right here. There's the switch track where the train will be able to join onto the circuit depending on what side you're on. So either you're going to come along this straight track here, the brake run, and then go back into the station from here, or you're going to dispatch this way, join up with that, and then launch out that way. This is going to be an absolutely incredible ride. I can't wait for this. So I just had two rides on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, one of the most amazing, high-tech, immersive, well-themed rides ever built. It really is an incredible ride. It's a long ride. The technology in there is fantastic. I love the movement of the ride system. The animatronics are of a really high standard. Of course, you've got a mix of screens and theming in there as well, because typically what will happen is you'll watch the screen and then you'll come back out of the screen dome, and then it looks like you've been kind of transported to a completely different area, and everything you were seeing on the screen is now around you in the form of physical props. It's absolutely amazing. Like, you see a dragon on the screen, and then you come out of the screen and then you see a massive animatronic dragon that's like breathing smoke, and then it's just an absolutely incredible ride. So immersive, so well themed. It's exactly the same as in Florida, and they have it at two of the other Universal parks as well, so it's an incredible ride. Definitely recommend going on it if you haven't already. I'm now going to go for a ride on Flight of the Hippogriff, which is currently advertised as a 50-minute queue, but it's a new credit for me to get. So let's go. So I didn't go on Flight of the Hippogriff in the end. The queue was very long and it was out in the heat, there was no shade. And so I decided, you know what, I'll head back there later when hopefully it gets a bit quieter. So instead I went for another ride on Forbidden Journey. Of course, it's a brilliant ride. 3 rides on there so far today and it definitely won't be the last. I'm now going to head over to Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. This is a unique ride to Universal Studios Hollywood. If you want to ride this ride, you have to come to this park. You can't ride it at any other Universal park. I can't wait to experience it. I remember watching this getting constructed when it was first announced, getting all excited for it, watching it get built, and then it's opened a few years ago, and I've been wanting to ride it ever since. It looks fantastic, and I can't wait to experience it. Here we go, we've got some Halloween Horror Nights preparations going on here. This looks interesting, looks like some kind of wrestling scare zone maybe. Very interesting. Here we go, so the Secret Life of Pets ride is located in the Minions Land. There we go, there's a look at Super Silly Funland over there. That looks very well themed. And there's a spinning flat ride in there as well.
And now what?
So yeah, I'm interested in finding this other dark ride around here. Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. I'll probably give that a go later. And there it is, Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. I can't wait to get on this. So I'm now in the queue for Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash, and I'm going to get some footage around here because I've seen photos of this queue and it looks like one of the best themed queues ever built. You're literally just walking through like it actually could be a real house. Here we go, here's the first kind of scene. Got these chairs here. It's like the window with a screen in it. It's like you're looking into somebody else's house and seeing the cat there. Here we go, you've got all these things to look at on the wall. It's absolutely incredible in here. I can't wait to see the rest of it.
What are you puppies staring at?
Chloe!
Oh, hey, Gidget.
Are you okay?
What? What do you mean?
You seem like you need help.
No, I do not need help. So, Gidget, stop. So, I do not need you.
Snowball lives just down the hall that way. That's right. Just keep walking.
Just tricked you. Okay, so to find you a home, we're gonna need the greatest plan ever. Lucky for you, every new plan I come up with is the new greatest plan ever created. There's an adoption event.
So the Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash was absolutely incredible. So you go through that queue line there, which is incredible in itself. That is the best themed queue I have ever seen for a ride. Incredible. It's like you're walking through all of these different flats. You've got some amazing animatronics in there as well. That's absolutely fantastic. You wouldn't think you're in a queue. You actually are like walking through this apartment block. And it's the little details in there that I love as well. Like some of the letterboxes, they open so you can look through them into, like through the doors into like other people's flats. That's a really nice added detail that I thought was really good. And then of course you go onto the ride itself where you sit in your cardboard box, you go around on there. The theming is absolutely incredible. There's some huge scenes in there as well, some really big open rooms, and there's no space left empty or blank. It's an absolutely fantastic ride. Some amazing animatronics, some amazing effects, a great mix of screens and theming. There's just practical sets everywhere in there. It's a long ride. It's absolutely incredible. One of the best dark rides I've ever been on, and I'll definitely be going around on there again later. So I'm going to go for a ride on the studio tour now. This is where this park began. The 60th year of the studio tour this year. This is something that's unique here, and it looks absolutely incredible. Here we go, so we've got a wait time of 45 minutes currently. So there we go, not too bad considering I believe this is about a 45 minute tour around where you get to see sets of different films and different kind of shows and animatronic scenes of different Universal movies. I can't wait to see this. It's where this park began, and it is the crown jewel of this park.
I'm Jimmy Fallon.
Here we go then, so I'm on the studio tour. This lasts 60 to 70 minutes apparently.
We're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60
Got Jimmy
years
Fallon
of
on
glitz,
here now.
glamour, and our own great white shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we'll pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this
Into the studio to
Turns out this is a great place to view the construction as well for Hollywood Drift. Look at that.
Look at the invention of sound. I mean, it's really whatever they need for their particular show. At the moment, inside of these sound studios on your left, 11, 10, and 9, they're currently prepping for the second season of 10. It's the prequel series on their streaming service Peacock that's all about the not-so-family-friendly teddy bear for the movies 10 and 10 too. So they're currently prepping for season 2 inside of these sound stages. On your left stage, there's some sets built inside of their 4 Bel Air, specifically portions of the mansion set are built inside of that sound stage. Now that same soundstage is used in movies like Jurassic Park. If you remember the scene in Jurassic Park where there's a Jeep stuck at the top of the tree and then it crashes all the way to the ground, that scene filmed inside of soundstage number 14. And it's also the same soundstage that was used for the inside of the Cloud9 Megapark for the TV series Superstore, starring American Critter. They built the inside of that.
So they've recently been using the bungalows around here to write Toy Story 4 and the studios around here to film it.
Including Mark Platt Productions. They're currently producing the new movie adaptation of the Broadway musical Wicked, starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. That's set to come out in theaters this Thanksgiving. Now these sound stages over here on your left most recently were home to 2 shows. The second season of Lopez vs. Lopez and a brand new comedy called St. Dennis Medical. Now they are prepping to film that right now, so we might get a behind the scenes look at their production. It's a comedy that's set in a hospital, documentary style comedy series starring David Allen Greer. When you take a peek inside of that
there we go then. There's the clock tower.
On the inside,
Back to the
those are
Future.
the original columns from the clock tower from Back to the Future, which became so iconic they actually had to cover it up for the CBS show starring Jennifer Love Hewitt called Ghost Whisperer. So they created a false brick wall or a facade.
tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Oh, come on!
As you go to the top of the hill on your right-hand side is where you'll see some studio tour history. 2 entire effects, those being the collapsing bridge and the runaway train. Now, the collapsing bridge is a mechanical effect that transducer props the hydraulic support means will split.
Creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Starline. It was great to have you along for the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Starline.
That's right, everybody. By the way, from a brand new TV show called A Classic Spy. It's a new comedy from the creators of The Good Place, Parks and Recreation, and the American version of The Office. So you see this brown pergola with all the flowers on top with a 4-inch of this property for their production, including this yogurt shop seen in the pilot. It's directly in front of you. The cream walls, the red trim, and the blue door. So this is where they filmed the scene you're about to see with Kristen Bell, William Jackson Harper, and Darcy Carden.
A bad place like
We're now passing by the Court of Miracles. This is where their crew is parking right over here. They're parking in front of the Denver House. Now, the Denver House originally was built for a show called Home and Family on the Hallmark Channel. It's an example of something called a practical set. That was weird, but it's California. It happens. What if we just went to the beach? Doesn't that sound nice? Have fun? Water? Oh, geez, looks like they caught the wrong shark. Again. Well, as long as when we get to the water, we should be okay. Oh, where's George? Hold on, everybody. That was too loud. We accidentally shook the ground so much that we broke the dam. Holding on to water. Underneath the overpass is on its way here. Now, this plane crash site was once home to some other large-scale sets in the past. It was once Site B for Jurassic Park 3, and portions of the exterior sets of Whoville from How the Grinch Stole Christmas were built in the same location before it became the plane crash site.
Here we go, so we've got off the tram now. There's a replica of the Hollywood sign that's used in films. We're actually on a movie set here. You can see the Psycho house just up there as well. There we go. This is absolutely incredible so far. We've gone on so many different sets. Here we go, Psycho house. We can go this way. Look at this here. There it is. We've gone on so many different movie sets so far, and that are still even being used to this day. In fact, there were movies being filmed as we were going past some scenes.
3D glasses.
So the experience of stopping here and going around and seeing the Hollywood sign and stuff, that's only actually lasted for 2 more days. So we're very lucky to actually see that. We're going to be some of the last people to actually be able to experience that. So that's a really cool added bonus with this.
It's Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the Winking Well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. Nice to meet you. Buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you, Shaw, for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate
Well, that was absolutely incredible. About over an hour experience there on the studio tram tour. We went through so many different sets. We saw loads of different stages where they're filming movies today. Literally, they were filming Despicable Me 4 there recently. They're filming films that haven't even been released yet. So once those films come out, I'm going to be able to watch them and think, I saw that set, I was there before the film released. We went on scene sets for Jurassic Park, Ted, Back to the Future. There was so much to look at on there and so many things to see. We saw the house from Psycho, loads of other props from different movies. It was absolutely incredible, and there were even some 3D scenes as well where it's like you get put inside of the movie, like with Kong and also Fast and Furious at the end. Absolutely incredible experience. So I'm going to head down to the lower lots now where we've got Super Nintendo World, also Jurassic World the ride, and also Revenge of the Mummy is down there. There's a few other rides down there as well, however, they're the kind of 3 attractions that I really want to see. Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is currently on nearly a 3-hour queue. I'm not going to wait that long for it, however I will go into the area and just have a wander around and hope the queue dies down for it a bit later. I have seen it at 90 minutes earlier today, so if it gets that, then I might wait that for it, because I don't think I've ever seen it get below a 90-minute queue, to be honest. It gets absolutely packed, but you know what, I'd rather wait 90 minutes than 165, so yeah, here we go. I'm going to head down here now. Here we go, you can get some great views of Fast and Furious over there. There's a piece of track that's going to be going in soon, I imagine. This coaster is going to be amazing. Like, you're going to be able to come down the escalators here and just watch it as it makes its way down the hill. Let's go. I know I keep going on about it, but just imagine a coaster on this site here. It's gonna look absolutely incredible. There's that piece of track that I saw earlier, and there's all the supports that I saw on the tram tour earlier. Absolutely incredible. And it goes all the way down there as well. This is going to be a big ride. So I'm going to go for a ride on Revenge of the Mummy now. This is one of my favourite attractions at Universal Orlando. I have heard that this one's a lot shorter, so I am expecting that. However, if it's as immersive and well themed with the good effects and fire effects that one has, then I'm sure this is still going to be a fantastic ride. So I was going to go for a ride on Jurassic World The Ride. It's just gone down. So while I'm down here in the lower lot, I'm going to head into Super Nintendo World and go and have a look around there. I'm probably not going to ride the attraction in there at the moment because I imagine it's very busy. And there's still quite a few rides that I want to get done before the end of the day. So I've got about 4 hours here, still quite a few rides to do. And I don't really fancy queuing 2 to 3 hours for one ride in here, so I'll see if the queue dies down later. Hopefully it will, because I do really want to get on it. If it gets to the point where I've done all the rides and I've still got some time, then I'll definitely make sure to go on it, but I don't know if it's going to happen today yet or not. So I just had a ride on Revenge of the Mummy there. I really liked that actually. It is shorter than the one in Florida. However, there are a few differences with that as well, and I wasn't expecting that. So the dark ride section at the start is very different there. You kind of just go through and you're straight in with all of the kind of jump scares and skeletons and all that kind of stuff. When you're on the one in Florida, you go through the first section and you start seeing all of these traps that have been set out, and you can hear the voice of just like, get out of there, this whole place is a trap. There's none of that in there. Also in there, when you go into the scene with the big screen up in the ceiling, or near the ceiling, up high on the wall, in the Florida one, loads of statues come up from the side and there's loads of fire effects. No fire effects in that one, which I was a bit disappointed in. However, that one does have more of a backwards section. So with the one in Florida, the only thing you do backwards is a drop. You stop and then you do a drop backwards and then that's it. So with this one, I was expecting to go down the drop and then slow down again. But we didn't slow down, we carried on going through a whole coaster portion that was backwards, which was fantastic. I really liked that. It is shorter than the one in Florida, as I was saying. You don't have, I mean, that kind of replaces, because in Florida you kind of had 2 coaster sections where you go forward. With this one you have 1 coaster section forward and 1 going backwards, so I guess that makes up for it. There are less dark ride sections on this one, and it is still shorter, and there's a lot less fire. The station's better on this one though, I do really like that. Overall, I think I do prefer the one in Florida, however that one definitely still exceeded my expectations, and is still a fantastic ride. Here we go then, so it's time to head into what is one of the most immersive themed areas in the world. I've seen so many photos and videos of this and I can't wait to see it in person for the first time. Let's head in. I can see it out there. Oh wow, it's so colourful. Here we go. Super Nintendo World. Look at this. There's just so much movement around the area, all the coins spinning around, the things bobbing up and down. I don't know a lot about Super Nintendo, but I love this area. It's so immersive. Everywhere you look, you can't see a thing from outside of this area as well. There's Bowser's Castle up there. Look at it, it's so bright and colourful. I've seen so many photos of this since it opened, and to see it for the first time now in person is very exciting. So there is a single rider queue from Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, so I'm going to give that a go, see how it goes. This ride looks really interesting actually. It looks incredibly well themed, but from what I've seen, I think you wear some kind of headset that kind of makes it look like all of the theming is moving, or it's like you're watching some kind of screen or like VR thing. I'm not really sure how it works, but it looks really interesting, so I'm looking forward to giving this a go. Here we go go. So I've been given this visor, and I think we're about to get some goggles that are going to go over the top of this. There we go. They're going to go in here somewhere. I don't know if I'm wearing this right. I feel like it's supposed to be lower down on my head. Because like if I look here, then you can barely see it, and the goggles are going to be way up here. Instead, I think they are supposed to be a bit above your eyes. I have no idea what's going to happen with this. This looks really strange, but I'm really interested to see what it's like. So I've just experienced Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. That was really interesting, to be honest. So of course, the last clip you saw, I was wearing that visor over my head, and then when the train came, you put on these like goggles. It's like a clear it just looks like a piece of clear plastic that kind of shields your eyes, but so you can still see through it. But then if you look in certain places, you can see screens. It's like, it's really weird to describe. It's like, you see all the theming in there. There's so much theming in there, really well themed. And you look around and you see all of this amazing theming, but then it's like you're watching something through a VR headset that's overlaid on the theming. So like you see the theming, and then you see all of these extra screens over the top of it, which you wouldn't see unless you're wearing the visor. I would say I wish I could take you guys on so I could show you that, but even if you were allowed to film on there, you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway, because you can only see like the screens through the visor. So like you have to come out here and ride this if you want to understand what I'm talking about, because I imagine this is probably making no sense to you, but I don't really know how else to describe it. It's like I mean, you can ride this at Universal Studios Hollywood, and they've also got it in Japan, but I just really don't know what to think about that. That was absolutely crazy. Definitely one of the most high-tech rides I've ever done. I was really impressed with that, how you could just look through the shield over your eyes, and you could see all of these screens, but then if you take them off, then you can't see them anymore. It's like, it's really weird, and it's interactive as well. So you press all the buttons and you're firing like tortoise shells at things. I don't really know what I was supposed to be shooting at, but I was shooting at them, and you collect coins on there as well. I didn't really know what was going on there, but that was really unique and really interesting. I waited about an hour for it, but it was such a weird ride. I really want to go around on it again, just to kind of relive it and just kind of take it all in, because I don't really know what to say about it, to be honest. It was a bit crazy. One of the most unique rides I've ever done. It's not very often I come off a ride and I just don't really know what to say, but that's one of them. So if just get yourself here or to Universal Studios Japan and ride this. It'll be coming to Epic Universe as well when that opens next year in Florida. Just get to Super Nintendo World and come and ride that, because it is very interesting. So I'm gonna head over back to the upper lot now, and I'm gonna go and ride Flight of the Hippogriff, which is currently advertised at a 30-minute queue. The Mack Youngstar, this is different to the one in Florida, because the one in Florida is a Vekoma Junior coaster, but this one's a Mack Youngstar. I have done one of the Mack Youngstars before. I did the one at Parker Warner Madrid, and it was actually a really good fun ride, so hopefully this is going to be no different. I mean, this is a pretty different layout, and this one's a lot smaller than that one as well, but I'm looking forward to experiencing it. This is going to be my final coaster credit of the trip, which is sad. I can't believe it's all coming to an end, but I'll tell you what, this has been a great park to end things out on, because I'm loving it here so far. As much as it's not as immersive as the parks in Florida, it is still really unique with the location, and they have got some fantastic rides here. So I just went on Flight of the Hippogriff, and then I went on Forbidden Journey again as well. So I've done 4 rides on Forbidden Journey today, which I'm very happy about. Hopefully I'll get more on there later. I literally just walked straight onto it in single rider. The single rider queue moves so fast for that ride. It's amazing. It is so efficient on there, and you get on incredibly quickly. But yeah, Flight of the Hippogriff was really good actually. So it's a Mack Youngstar, so it's different to the one in Florida. But the one in Florida was really rough. That's really smooth, which is fantastic. Of course, it's a Mack ride. It's going to be fairly smooth. So, but yeah, that was a lot more enjoyable than the one in Florida. The train looks pretty much exactly the same. You can tell there's differences with the track. The track obviously looks completely different with it being a different manufacturer. However, it's a very similar layout, very similar theming around there. Of course, it's got the same story and everything, and it's located within the same area in the Wizarding World. So yeah, overall it's a really nice ride, nice and smooth. The restraint wasn't too tight on there. Really good ride. So Jurassic World, the ride, is back open. And this could be a big mistake because it's not exactly warm anymore. So hopefully I'm not going to get too wet, but I do really want to experience this so I can see what it's like, see the differences between the one in Florida, because of course the one in Florida is still Jurassic Park, whereas this one used to be Jurassic Park and now it's Jurassic World. So I do really want to see what it's like. So let's go. So the queue for Jurassic World is really long, and if I go in there, I'm going to miss going on Secret Life of Pets again, and I've just spent the last like 10 minutes trying to decide what I want to do, because I'm really stuck between do I go on there or do I go on Secret Life of Pets again. It's like, I don't know what I want to do, but I know there's not enough time for both. So I've decided to bail on Jurassic World. I'm going to go for a walk around Super Nintendo World and see it at night, get some photos, and then I'm going to head back up to the upper lot and get on the Secret Life of Pets again. Well, doesn't this look absolutely incredible at night? I mean, it's incredible during the day, but with all the lights on as well, it's such an immersive area. Very bright, very colourful. You can't see anything out of there. It's incredible. It's one of the best themed areas that's ever been created. All the movement around here, like there's just so many things like this here, and like all the coins spinning, you can see everything up there moving from one side to the other. It's incredible, it really is. 100 minutes advertised at the moment for Bowser's Challenge. I really want to go on there again, but there's just not enough time, and I'd rather prioritise Secret Life of Pets. Here we go, I just wanted to come and see this area at night very quickly. Right, I'm going to head back over to Secret Life of Pets now. So I just had my final ride round now on the Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. Incredible ride. I loved it even more that time. You just go around there and you just can't help but smile. It's just such a nice ride. It's so cute. You're just going around on there, seeing all these scenes with all these amazing animatronics. And it's a fantastic story. I love it so much. I tell you what, of course there's plans for a Universal Park to come to the UK. Hopefully that is going to go ahead. It looks like it will go ahead. If we get that in our Universal Park back home, we are going to be absolutely living the dream, because that is one of the best dark rides in the world. And that's now the end of the day here at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's been a fantastic day. Some great rides here. Do not underestimate this park. This park has massively exceeded my expectations. I was coming here today expecting it to be a one-day kind of park, not loads of rides, some very good rides, but not loads to do. One day hasn't been enough. I could have easily spent another day here, and I do wish I did have a second day here. There's a couple rides I haven't done. I would have done Minion Mayhem, I think it's called. I would have gone on that. I would have gone around on the tram tour again. Every single ride here that I've been on today, I want to re-ride. And then Jurassic World Adventure, I didn't get to do that. Jurassic World the ride, sorry, I didn't get to do that today. I would have done that if I had time. I'll tell you what, it's a fantastic park. And when they open Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, they're going to have a pretty solid collection of rides, because a big thrill coaster is what they need next. They've got some great dark rides. They've got their junior coaster. They've got their family coaster. They need a big thrill coaster now, and that's exactly what that's going to be. be. It's going to be one of the best roller coasters in the world, and I can't wait to experience it one day. I can't wait to get back to this park one day, and hopefully next time I am here, I'll come here for 2 days. I'd like to stay on site as well. That'd be really nice. It's a fantastic park. I have really, really enjoyed it today. But that's now the end of this vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.